What's going on, guys? It's Thomas from the Switchboard. I just want to give a quick introduction before this run begins. Basically, what you're about to watch is a Super Mario 3D World Any BTT. It actually happens to be the world record BTT, which is super cool. What that means is it's essentially the best parts of the speedrun all combined together and edited seamlessly together. So this is, a theoretically possible run to do by humans, because everything you're about to see is done by a human. It's just not viable to do it all consecutively in one run, but all the individual segments are edited together, and it's just absolutely insane. I'm joined by 3 runners to commentate this: Yandema211, who edited the BTT and kind of put this whole thing together; Preston, who's another runner in the community; and Luigi Master, who is by far, the best runner right now. I think he's the any percent world record holder. He did pretty much all but one of the segments you're going to see, in this BTT. So he is just absolutely killing the game right now, and he joined us as well, which is just super cool. So yeah, it's a neat video where they kind of just explain to me all the different tech, and I just sit there and look like this half the time. Seriously though, just before we jump into it, a couple of final disclaimers. A couple of the splits are a bit mistimed. That was on me. I had one job. It was to do the splits, and I kind of messed it up because I was just, completely watching them. So a couple of the splits are a bit off. On top of that, there is like a rendering glitch at the end of the BTT, so it's a couple seconds off on the final time. I'll put the actual final time on the screen, at the end of the BTT. And if you want to end up watching this entire thing without our commentary, Yandema said he's going to try and post it on Luigi Master's channel, which will be linked to the description, along with all the runners I previously mentioned, their Twitch channel, so you can see them, run live. And the last link down there will be a link to the Super Mario 3D World public speedrunning Discord. Super cool community there. All those guys are in it. And yeah, I mean, if you want to get into speedrunning, the Wii U version, or obviously the Switch version when it drops in a couple of days, that is, the main community, main place to go. So yeah, make sure to check it out. With that all out of the way, I'm super honored to be able to premiere this. It's so cool. I cannot wait for you guys to see this. This is the Super Mario 3D World Any percent world record BTT. All right, so as we jump into the opening cutscene of this run, do you guys want to, I guess, take turns and talk about some of the more, like the tactics that we're going to be seeing used more often than not in this run? Because obviously, watching like a speedrun of this game is very different than actually just leisurely playing through the game with a couple of friends. So if you want to describe like some of the tactics, like cat momentum and crouch spamming for people who might not be familiar with them.
Yeah, so first of all, I'm Yandema211. I've run this game for about 4 years. And so the main technique you're going to be seeing in this run is called cat momentum, which requires the main power-up in this game, which is the cat suit or the super belt. And basically how it works is you dive towards the ground, cancel a dive midair, and then swipe to keep all your speed. And this works in a few different ways. You'll see kind of variations of it using something called crouch boosting, which I'll explain more later. But this game has 4 characters: Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad, and they each have different playstyles, tricks that are possible with different characters, so you're going to see us switching between them a lot.
Except for Mario.
Yeah, Mario isn't fast.
Yeah, that's kind of funny that Mario obviously is, namesake of the game, but is the least... Do you use him at all in the run, or no?
Not in any percent, no.
That is...
And we only use him in other runs because we absolutely have to.
With the, stamp things?
Yeah.
That's rough. Main man Mario is not getting any love here. So, Preston and Luigi Master, do you guys want to introduce yourselves too? Because I kind of just did not mention anything while we're kind of starting off nice and easy, I guess, with Super Bell Hill.
Yeah, for sure. So, my name is Preston. I also speedrun this game. Not for quite as long as Yandema, but I've been just getting into it over the last year, and wow, 469 box. That's crazy.
Yeah, this run is already ridiculous. I'm just gonna be stunned for most of this run. I think that's gonna be my face, because I mean, yeah, I don't.
This is my first time seeing a 462 1-1, which is just nuts.
Yeah, something about that. It almost doesn't feel right. Just watching that. Luigi Master, do you want to introduce yourself? Because if I'm not mistaken, you're the one who did most of these clips, right, in the BTT?
Yes, I'm Luigi Master. I've been playing this game for a little bit over a year. I've done mostly ILs, and I've gotten world record or tie world record on all of them, and I have world record on any percent and 243. But yeah.
Man, okay, that movement
Nice
is
double edge crouch.
ridiculous. I don't even.
Did you edge crouch on the edge before those clouds? And the touch
Yeah.
strat to get into the box.
Yeah, I was gonna
What?
say that. Like half the time, you'll just see stuff like happening, and I'm like, okay, how is this even happening? And then I remember, oh yeah, you're using the gamepad. So, like, how do you play with such precise movements while also tapping on the screen? Like, is that difficult at all, or is it just like naturally to you?
Oh yeah, I got my brother to help me for some of the touch strats.
That's funny. It's like I've heard of like Odyssey players doing 2-player mode with their hands and feet, but getting your brother, I wonder if there's like a brother percent, if you could start a new category with that where he's just rocking
Yeah,
with
multiplayer.
the
With
pad.
one controller.
Yeah, in RTA, it's actually technically cheating to have your brother, but in ILs, it's perfectly viable.
Beautiful. All right, that's what we love to hear. Viable is good. Okay, so jumping into Conkdor Canyon. Well, actually, I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that because clearly we're playing not in not in English here. Is there a reason? I know in certain games there's like text, like less
Yeah.
text. Is that the reason here
Well, I
too, or
put
is
in
this?
bench because it saves one text box.
Gotcha. One text box is, and this like run is that precise that one text box might as well just switch the entire language. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's about 1 second.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I thought one text box would be a lot shorter than that, but I guess a full second is 100% worth the extra. The redirects. I'm sorry. I'm like actually speechless. The redirects on the momentum is just ridiculous. I don't even understand it. Like, yeah, I've never played the game in this way that I just this is like looks so foreign to me, which is bizarre. I don't even know what to say. I'm actually speechless.
One of the great things about this game, how momentum works, is if you're in the air, you're going to maintain your momentum. You only lose it if you like walk on the ground. So one of the coolest things about that level is like when he was getting the second green star, which the Conkdor had to destroy the brick block, he just jumped up while he was waiting for that block to be destroyed so that he could stay in the air and maintain his speed, which is really impressive.
True, yeah. So jumping into Shadow Play Alley, I think this, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what this one's called.
Yeah,
It's-
Shadow Play Alley.
Beautiful. All right. Ridiculous. Just not even going around the back, just completely going straight. I've always wondered, do you reckon in the Switch version, because obviously they have talked many times about how the gameplay will be faster, jumps will go higher, and cat dives will go longer. I've always wondered if it's possible to skip that last shadow section by just like doing that one crazy long jump. Do you reckon that's going to be possible at all, or is that like something that is so far out of the
I've
realm of
actually
possibility?
tried it by crouch jumping back and forth with the Tanuki, and I got so much speed in it. I mean, eventually it would start skipping a tiny bit, and then it just died. So I don't think
Yeah.
it's possible.
That's
I
tough.
feel like there's a death plane or something.
Oh, that's ruthless. That would be really cool. That could be like the impossible 3D world jump to see if that's, see if you could do it. But I mean, if there's a death plane, obviously that might put a damper on the on the attempt there.
There is a
Maybe
lot
they'll
of,
take it out.
Maybe.
but there is a lot of really cool skips you can do in this game just by keeping your speed. There's a lot of like out of bounds stuff you can do. There's auto scroller skips.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to actually spoil it, so maybe I won't mention. Yeah, I won't mention it, and I'll point it out when we get to it. I think the level I'm thinking about is in World 6, but there's like this crazy tactic that I'll mention when we get there. But
486?
World 6, it's like the last level in World 6. It's the auto scroller tower one.
Yeah. Fuzzy
Yeah,
Time Mine.
I can't even begin to think of that. Wait, okay, I'm confused. Why did you go back? Can you capture it with the gamepad there? The star?
Yeah, so you
Yeah,
use
Yeah.
the baseball. You swipe it up and that will grab the star.
Oh! I was like, I didn't think you could get it with just the touch. I didn't even notice you swiped the baseball. Did it so fast. Dang. That's really... That must be nerve-wracking. I feel like you entered the thing like early there. I don't know if that was just me, but I feel like I was like, is he going to be able to tap all the rest of the tiles there? But of course, naturally you did, because just God, it's at the game. Like, I don't even know what to say. Ridiculous.
Yeah, that strat is one of those things where we do it RTA, but I think I can speak for every one of us when we say we have missed the ball 20 times, where we have missed the star 20 times.
Yep.
I'm sure, yeah.
But it's one of the most satisfying things when you manage to swipe up and get it with almost no time left, because Peach is like completely in the pipe, but
Yeah,
you get it just as the screen is changing.
for sure.
And there would have been 3 text boxes if we hadn't been in Spanish.
Oh,
So we just
okay,
saved a
yeah.
second.
Beautiful. Yeah, so going Toad for the extra speed here. This one's like a... I always love these mystery house ones because, you know, it gives you that kind of, like, speed, I guess. I don't even know what to call it, like the speed, like, feel, because, you know, everything is constantly counting down. But to see, like, the timers don't even affect you guys. You can get it generally within, like, when there's still an 8 or a 7 left on the timer. It's must remove some of the challenge when you're playing through the game normally.
Yeah, though, there's especially a mystery house coming up later on that is just destroyed in the speedrun.
Oh man, I cannot wait to see it. All right, well they just did not stand a chance. There was absolutely no challenge put up there by the Galoombas. So, I mean, yeah, that's unlucky for them.
And something that actually confuses people when they first see runs of this game is why don't you choose Toad a lot, because he's obviously the fastest in the game, but it's not necessarily true with cat momentum. So for that reason, we only usually pick him when either we need him to run on ground a lot when there's no room for cat momentum, or in levels like this where the terrain is just absolutely perfect for his jumps. You'll see after the second star, we're gonna jump basically straight up to the pipe, and that's pretty much not possible with any other character because they jump too high or they're too floaty.
Gotcha. And there was a crazy thing I saw there when you were coming down from the pipe and had one of the clones coming down. You already were moving so that you could like be pre-separated for those P levers, P switches. I don't know what the technical term is. So you could get the star and just keep moving. Like the optimization, like, or the level of optimization in this game has always kind of astounded me, to be honest. How much like iteration has there been on each one of these levels to get it to the point where we see now?
Well, it kind of progressed as more tricks were discovered. So we didn't find out about cat momentum right away. And so you had the kind of basic cat momentum I see a lot of people do, where you just dive and keep your speed from that. And then we found out how cat momentum really works and figured that out and optimized it more. And then crouch jumps and a thing called DDS was discovered. That's the thing where he doesn't dive back to the ground again after he does it once. He just kind of does a swipe midair and a swipe there. And that is because of a thing called vectoring, which is kind of like they have in Odyssey, where if you kind of curve your angle, you will go faster and faster. And so we had, more speed than cat momentum, and so we couldn't even dive back to the ground because it would have ruined the speed that we built up. So we've had to find more ways to use the terrain to our advantage, especially with the new discovery of edge crouches, which you'll see him do a lot.
Yeah, I mean, like the amount of like I guess tactics or moves I guess that are used in this run are it's like mind-boggling to think that these exist obviously intentionally or non-intentionally by Nintendo. There's so many different like little tricks I guess that are used throughout the run, and that obviously that's the thing with most speedrun games. But for me, obviously I've played hundreds of hours of 3D World and never used any of these or never would have even known of them if it weren't for speedrunning. So it's just crazy to think how much how many games out there, right, that probably have like tricks that are really unique and cool like this, but never would have been or never will be found. It's just weird. It's such a weird concept to think about. But yeah, I mean that's my thoughts on it. So you're just completely off the screen at this point, Luigi Master. You are just getting to that pipe.
267.
Oh yeah, you can't enter the pipe, but so early because there's an invisible wall. But if you do very small jumps there, eventually you can get up there a little bit off screen. and it works best with Luigi.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, Boom Boom just instantly, you're just like messing around while he's doing his little spin attack and just getting to him as fast as possible.
So do you go?
These... Oh, that
You can go.
I
was
was
just
just
gonna-
in these
Oh.
bosses. Boom Boom, Pom Pom, Motley. It's always going to be faster to jump on them for the first 2 hits and to swipe them with the Katsu for the third.
Yeah,
Is
that's just because
there
of
a
the
reason
different
for that?
animations.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That seems so obscure almost, like like just, you know, jump for the first 2 but then swipe for the third. But I mean, hey, if it triggers different animations and saves some time, then, you know, so be it.
The next level is a highlight. This
Awesome.
run for sure.
Oh yeah, I already know what's coming up. Oh, it's gonna be.
Oh, yeah.
I have a feeling it's gonna be a blink and you miss it type type level. So yeah, I mean, the ice. Anytime there's ice in this game, it just like breaks. The game just kind of implodes on itself. You know, when under a run like the one you're seeing right here with skilled runners like we have in the colleges.
Yeah,
It's
this level was
ridiculous.
insane in the 380 BTT, so I'm really interested to see what it looks like for any percent.
For
Yeah, it's
sure.
going to be using basically the same route, just 1 in-game second faster because it's Luigi Master.
Of course.
Can't have, you know, that 1 extra second there. Gotta get rid. Oh man. Was there another baseball there to get that that star?
The snowball.
Oh, gotcha.
And same here.
Yeah. That I cannot believe you got the star that was that high up. I thought for sure you were gonna skip that, and it's done. Well, good 3-1, guys. Oh, I don't even know what to say. That was ridiculous. Man.
Yeah, it's that. I guess dragging the ball up there looks kind of easy, but it's basically RNG if the snowball actually hits it, because if you hold it to the back of the little cubby, it doesn't actually hit it, so you kind of have to bring it up there and throw it and hope it hits. So this takes a lot of resets to get right.
I'm
How
sure
long is that green star even on the screen?
it's got to be frames. I didn't even see it. I saw the animation of it getting collected, but I don't even think I saw the
Right.
green star.
It's like 1 second, maybe.
It's ridiculous. Absolutely insane stuff here, guys. That's just, I can't get over that level. It's done so fast, man. It didn't stand a chance.
So right there, he actually, in that sort of spinning room with the star, he did a slide along the bottom as it was turning, right before he exited the room, and he was able to keep that slide speed for a boost when he exited.
Really? So it transferred, you know, between the, like, I guess, little mystery 10-second area and then back to the main level?
Yep.
That's so
Yeah,
interesting.
momentum carries through pretty much anything, pipes, warp boxes, except for doors.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that makes
that's why
sense.
we
'cause
don't
there's
really try to keep speed through doors.
Gotcha. Okay. That
But we
makes.
can clip through doors and lose the run.
Well, that
sometimes.
sounds unfortunate. Hopefully that. Well, I know it didn't happen. Spoiler alert in this run, but you know, I'm sure that's caused many a reset.
It's actually pretty rare, but when it happens, it's just
Oh, it sounds ruthless then.
unfortunate.
If it's rare, that makes it almost even worse in a way because it's like, you know, not even on your mind, and then it happens, and it's like, oh, well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
like
always just careful not to do cat momentum towards a door, because it
Mhm.
seems to happen more often when you do that.
Yeah, when you lose a run in 3-3, it's not that bad, but if it's in like 8-6, then it's heartbreaking.
For sure. So how many Captain Toad levels do you end up doing in a run like this? Like, I know they're just, you know, pretty fast ways to farm the green stars, which obviously are needed to
Yeah, there's
unlock
4
a certain level.
Captain Toad levels in any percent.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah. So we do all of them that are accessible.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
This one is actually the longest one.
Yeah, probably because of the pipe animations, I would presume. It's just kind of eats up time, and there's no like speed you can do. I wonder, do people? I mean, I'm sure they do. Do you guys know of anyone, or do you yourself speedrun Treasure Tracker? Because I feel like that's sounds like almost an impossible game to run, considering it's just, you know, no jumps. I feel like there's probably not many tricks you can use to get going faster. I feel like it's probably just all optimization and like cutting corners and whatnot.
Yeah, I do have Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. I've not really speedrun it much, but I've thought about speedrunning it one day.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for Captain Toad runners. I am not good at optimizing even the ones in 3D World. Because there's like so much that you don't really see when you're watching a Captain Toad speedrun that no one would really think about unless you're actually trying to run it yourself.
Yeah, I'm sure. It seems like it just seems ridiculous. Like I can't even believe it. Especially because like I'm assuming you're doing like a lot of stuff off camera too. Like just, you know, even back there you did, like there was stuff obscured by the camera where it just you know, you just didn't care. And so like memorizing that for an entire game seems ruthless. Up there, and there goes that level. Okay, well that's a short level.
Yeah, this is the first time we actually skipped a star because it's just very slow. It's one of the cloud cannon stages.
Oh yeah.
We won't be doing any of those in this run.
Fair enough, that makes sense. So yeah, generally you get every star you can naturally, so you can skip as many levels as you can and get to the end faster. What's the end final requirement for stars in World Bowser?
170 stars.
Gotcha. Okay, so it'll be interesting to see how you get that many throughout the rest of the run. Yeah.
Yeah, and we also have 2 other star checkpoints as we go on the run. We're going to need to get into 5-3, which is 80 stars, and then we need to get into 7 Castle, which is 130.
Okay. All right, an underwater level. How does running this game change underwater? Like, how does the momentum like change? Are you able to do some of the same tricks, or are there unique different things you have to do?
Well, you
So when you're actually swimming, there isn't really a way to go faster, but you see he was going really fast when he entered that water, and he didn't touch the ground when he went into that clear pipe, so he actually still has his momentum stored. So when he touches the ground outside of water, he'll be able to jump with that same speed. That's also why he didn't touch the ground when he grabbed that green star right there.
That's absurd.
So you'll see it right when he comes out of this pipe.
Nice pipe tracing.
What? That's ridiculous. Oh my goodness. So you can just store it like essentially infinitely as long as you don't touch the ground and, you know, use it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and here's another star I skipped because it's also very slow.
Fair enough. Man, that is crazy to me that you were able to get that the momentum is just able to transfer that way. I guess I didn't understand the like severity of being able to hold your momentum for that long. It's just ridiculous almost, but I mean, hey. So we talked about this before the run started, but what are your thoughts on them? Do you think they'll be able to keep that or not will they be able to, but do you think Nintendo will keep all those like momentum I guess glitches or exploits, if you will, in the Switchboard, or do you think they're going to change that?
I doubt they'll keep it. Like, even in 3D Land, if you would go on a box or a pipe, you cannot keep it when you come out. And I've not seen it any way like that in any other game.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Starting it
Yeah,
with
I guess it depends on if they really mess with the way the physics work in the game or not.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, you can make this? Oh, I guess with the Peach, it's not even with the Peach like hover. I guess it's not even a problem at all. She's able to completely do that.
And this is one of my favorite levels in the run. It's very fun to try and keep as much speed as possible throughout everything while also touching the switchboards to move it along, like you'll see here.
Edge crouch off that, nice.
a big jump here.
Oh, no way. And of course you get the star, too.
That's one of the coolest skips.
So much of the level just completely skipped over with that one jump. That's ridiculous. Man.
The whole level's about riding those switchboards, and you don't actually have to ride on any of them.
Yeah. Honestly,
It's
that's
so much more complicated in 380 Star, actually.
Sure.
Because the way those switchboards work at the end is you need to have that like bar exclamation switch hit, the one that kind of drops the platforms, or else there's a big death plane there. So it is possible to get the star and the stamp. I did it in the 380 BTT, but it's very precise.
Gotcha.
Here we don't have to worry about the death plane.
Alright, so up. Oh, you can just jump between the tracks? Okay, beautiful.
That pans the camera.
Oh yeah, fair enough, so you don't have to obey by the auto-scrolling. So you're essentially just, like, pinging yourself back across the two, so you don't have to obey by the, you know, the slow auto-scrolling nature of this level. That's ridiculous. And I'm assuming you kept some of that momentum throughout the warp box there, right?
Yes, so I can get in the pipe a little bit faster.
For sure.
And then there's early Pom Pom. That's actually a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah, there's only a couple frames where you can long jump and get to her fast enough to hit her before she disappears.
Oh, okay. So yeah, even the stuff that like doesn't even look like much, you know, like much different from normal play, it's just so it's like so highly optimized in a run like this. So when you were going against Pom Pom, forgive me, I'm not super knowledgeable on the inner workings of the boss. You got every single one like instantly.
Because the lower pixie dust is the real pom pom, so that's how you're able to tell.
Okay.
And it's better to scratch at the last one rather than jump on it, and jump on the second one is better than scratching at it.
Gotcha. Just for animation, you know, time saving.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. So coming up, this is Histocrat, right?
Yes. Yeah, this is
Beautiful. I'm excited to see this one.
We have a cheese for this one.
Beautiful. Okay, cannot wait. Yeah, Histocrat was always one of my favorite bosses. I remember when the second trailer for this game came out and it had like the Histocrat music. I was in awe because it was just so much like cooler than what I thought, you know, a 3D Mario would have, like music-wise. I don't know.
Unfortunately, you don't get to hear the music much in the run because it's just over so quickly.
Well, hey, that's a small price to pay, one might say.
Yep.
All right, let's see. So going Luigi for this one, probably I would assume for just the extra jump height to get between the plates, or is this...
it allows him to spin jump and hit Histocrat every time without even having to go on the plate.
Okay, well, there's the cheese. Oh man, so you don't even have to wait for the like mini snakes to spawn, I guess. That is that is something I'm definitely gonna try and probably fail at next time I play against this boss with my sister playing the game. That is so funny. So do
it's
you
actually not a hard trick as long as if you use Luigi, it's not too difficult. You just have to do a spin jump at the right time.
Is it possible with the other
to do
characters?
with every character, but it's a lot easier with Luigi, and his ending's faster than other characters' endings too.
Okay. So naturally, you can't play Rosalina in an any %, but would it be even easier with her? You reckon, or no? Because her spin jump, I guess, can get more height, but I don't know if that works coming out of a spin jump. I used the spin jump term twice there, but I think you guys get what I was trying to say.
Oh yeah, it is a little bit easier with Rosalina,
Gotcha.
but yeah, it's not faster with her because she's slower at the end.
Naturally, yeah. Alright, jumping into World 4. Ant Trooper Hill.
Something I don't believe we've mentioned is the character differences in terms of friction. So you'll see that Luigi Master is going to be doing a lot of those edge boosts and also crouch boosts. And the reason that's possible is because of friction. It kind of gives you a little boost every time you do that, and so we jump to keep the speed. But with, say, Toad, for example, his friction is so low that it doesn't give him speed at all. But Luigi's friction is so high that it gives him the most speed from crouch out of every character. And then Peach is kind of in the middle.
Okay, so I mean, ironically, in a twist, the supposed to be fastest character can be pretty slow when you're talking in terms of friction, right?
Yes, especially since crouch jumps have been discovered, a lot more levels have been we've been using Luigi for.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that was an insanely fast level. I realized you were like damage boosting almost through those spikes. So getting hit does not stop your momentum at all.
Nope.
I feel like so many things in this game's development, they were just like, yeah, we'll just let the momentum keep going. Like they must have like realized that someone was just going to push this game to its absolute limits. I feel like, you know,
He even kept his momentum through that pipe, which is pretty cool as well, because he has to touch the piranha plant to get it to come back, so that he can kill it with one scratch and then float to keep the momentum.
True. And then coming into the water here, I'm assuming he still has all that momentum from earlier. Yep, and is just able to like do a long jump's worth of jump, normal jump onto that piranha plant that goes into the pipe. And there's the momentum. That is, it's almost ridiculous to see. I didn't even notice you could keep, or I didn't even know you could keep momentum that much. And then I'm assuming, yeah, into the red pipe or orange pipe.
I can't believe you didn't get a backup cat suit. He's on such a good run.
Oh, rip.
know, right?
I completely forgot to do this split for those last levels. Okay, I'll do this one. I'll get this one right for the Captain Toad. I'll put up on the screen right now for anyone watching the accurate split. I'll go back and retime it. I just completely forgot for that one. Right. Here we go for the Captain Toad. Yeah, so Captain Toad is just essentially just a ridiculously easy way to farm the green stars for the eventual blockades where you need to, you know, prove that you've gotten this many X amount to continue. Is there any point in the run where you go back to get stars? Or is it kind of all collect them as you go sort of thing?
Well, after 5 castles, you will have to go through pipes and go 1 Captain Toad, and then you'll have to go back to 5-3, and then you go to World 6. So yeah, you kind of do go back, and after 7 castle, you'll have to do a map glitch to get down to 4 Mystery House.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts of like the run. Just seeing, I won't spoil it for people who haven't seen it, but the map glitch is ridiculously cool. One of the few parts of this run like I've seen just out and about on you know, various parts of YouTube or just different runs. But yeah, super cool stuff there.
Yeah, with that map glitch that we're just talking about that we'll see later, it wasn't always known, and so the original route was to go through 4-2 again, and go down to 4-4, do the mystery house, and then warp, just to get those extra 10 stars. And then we would have been able to skip 5-2, because we would have had the stars already to go to 5-3. But because we don't have the 10 extra stars yet, we have to come back for 5-3 when we have 80 stars.
Gotcha. Alright, jumping in here for the Captain Toad star. Naturally. Gotta help out the buddy. So I noticed you skipped the star.
He even grabs the Goomba Man.
The Goomba Mess. It's almost BM if
Star
there was
2
BM.
very slow here, so that's why I don't get it.
Gotcha. And it's giving you the Plessy instructions because you didn't even touch her in World 1 naturally because you did the you skipped through 1-2. That's kind of funny.
I want to start adding this Goomba mask to my runs, if it's not too hard to do.
Yeah, Goomba
I love that.
That's funny. It's almost like saving the animals in what is it, like Super Metroid? It's like a completely random, you know, thing you can add in if you want.
So that's all we're gonna see at Plessy.
Well, bye, Plessy. Hopefully, or well, not hopefully. In Bowser's Fury, we should see a fair amount more of her. As we continue, what do you guys think is going to be the speedrunning legacy for Bowser's Fury? Because we really don't know like much about the game at all. But just given how open it seems, I feel like it's going to take optimization to a whole new level in terms of 3D world run. So I guess my question is, are you guys like looking forward to that? Like, will you guys make any attempts to speedrun that as well, or are you just kind of looking forward to play it more as a fan than as a runner?
I think I will try to speedrun it. I'm thinking times will probably be more tight to get if there aren't all these speed techs.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it kind of looks like it'll be similar to Odyssey in terms of speedrunning. At least if they patch out the cat suit text. But if they keep those there, that would be great news, because the fastest method of travel wouldn't be shaking your hands.
Yeah, for sure. Also, I know they're adding in a dive to this game, I believe. I'm pretty sure we saw that in like one clip of like the original trailer back in September. So that could, I mean, dependent on how that works with momentum, that could open up a whole new can of worms. Just because you never know with this game. But yeah, I mean, that was crazy.
Sorry.
No,
from what it seems, it looks like the dive has a fixed momentum. So say you're like building up speed, and if you did a dive, I think it would ruin that speed.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. If they patch out cat momentum, it wouldn't ruin the speed because you wouldn't have much. But...
yeah, naturally. They just all charge the middle there, and I guess you can take them all out with one dive. That's funny. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I'm completely taken aback by that. The one we just did, the carnival themed level, I forget the name. It's like Trapeze something. You skipped most of the like things that like the like elevator things, I guess, that take you down. Is there a way, because I know those take you to the boss arenas for Motley, Boss Blob, and Histocrat. Is there any way to skip those in particular, or is there like, can you not build up enough momentum, or what's the deal with those? Because I remember you took it in Histocrat.
You can skip it, but it's actually slower than taking it.
Huh.
Just because you have to backtrack to go down the stairs in order to slide on them.
Gotcha.
To get enough speed. You're going to see some really crazy crouch momentum here. It's almost going to look like the ice glitch, probably. Just because there's this wide open field where Luigi can just go crazy.
But yeah, the amount of speed you're able to build up with that, it's just... I mean, the fact that it's exponential just means, like, I wonder if there was, like, a larger open field, how long it would take in order for you to just, like, completely crash the game with that sort of thing.
I've always wished that there was a mod of just a big field of ice, so we could just, like you said, crash the game.
Yeah.
Or just see how far we can go.
That would be ridiculous. Or if they
access a parallel universe.
it just rips open to the Shadow Realm, you're in 3D land somehow. Just like, it just falls through into a completely different game. Oh, man. Or if, like, this world map, like, I mean, this kind of looks like ice. Obviously, World 3 is a snow-themed, like, ice world. I think the ground is ice. If you were allowed to, like, if the momentum and all the physics and whatnot were the same in the world map, you could probably skip entire worlds. I bet you could probably, like, somehow, like, go all the way to, like, World 5 or something from World 3. Just, like, with some insane jump. You have a lot of room to, you know, run up there, but naturally that's, you know, not the case.
Wait, did you do an edge crouch on the jump pad at the beginning there?
It's just a slope speed.
Slope speed?
Yeah.
Huh.
That gives me a bunch of speed.
Collecting it all with the, the gamepad just completely. Is your brother still helping with that part right there, or was that all you?
Oh, I did that by myself.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right, jumping into this level. I'm sure there's going to be some crazy jumps here. Just knowing this level, it's pretty much. Yep. Okay. Well, there it is. I was gonna say it's a lot of back and forth, which isn't really conducive to a speed run of this nature. So you could just kind of skip over most of it.
Yeah, and there's going to be a pretty big skip at the end as well.
Gotcha. Okay. Looking forward to it.
So you see he touched the spring pad on the right of the thing, so he can just keep his momentum into it like this.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
I never thought to do cap momentum in that star room as well, so that you can just have it right away when you exit the box.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like the boxes, they act almost as like just straight portals in terms of momentum because it doesn't cancel it at all. So that's crazy. Oh, okay. So I see up on the splits here. I think you mentioned this earlier. We jump back to 1- Captain Toad for a second. Right after this castle. That's a pretty funny and then over to 5-3 and then into 6. That's a pretty interesting progression there.
Yeah, that's just so that we have enough stars to access 5-3.
Gotcha. Why 5-3? Is there a reason you gotta jump into that level, or?
It's a very fast level.
Some very good coins.
Yeah. Yeah, the coins with the touchpad of the Wii U are ridiculously fast. I wonder how that'll naturally have to change with the Switch version. I wonder if parts of this game will be speedrun in handheld mode. Because that's the only way you can get that touchscreen, ability. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see for sure. I really hope we I want to time travel a year into the future and see what the 3D World Switch speedrun scene is looking like, because I hope there's a lot of activity there, because I feel like there probably will be, given the install base of the Switch is so much more than the Wii U.
Yeah, and not only that, but the Switch capture feature will make it so that if anyone finds a trick, it's very easy for them to share it.
For sure. And also, I mean, a lot of these levels, to be honest, can be shared in, the Switch capture feature has a limit of 1 or 30 seconds, but most of these levels are being done in close to that time. It's ridiculous. I remember the ice one took it was 20 seconds or something. So, yeah, I mean, it'll be easy to share entire levels and entire optimizations with the Switch share feature. So that's a great point. That'll definitely help out a lot. All right, so beating the World 5 Castle. Okay, here's my question to you guys as we go back to the Captain Toad level. What's all three of you are speedrunners of this game. What's your favorite level to run in this game? And then I guess later on in the run we can answer the inverse of what's the level that you think is probably ended the most runs, or causes the most heartbreak. But first, let's do what's your favorite.
Yeah, I know one of my favorites are 9-9 because I make a big auto scroll skip.
Gotcha.
With the cannonball jumps, and then I just skip all the way to the end after the auto
What about
scroll.
for any percent?
Oh, you talking about for any percent?
Well, I mean, it could have been it could be for either. It doesn't really bother me. But yeah, do any percent, one that we'll see, or have already seen, I guess.
I know 8-7 was very fun because I get a lot of speed there. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
8-7 is a level I was going to say as well. It's a really fun one. And it has some cool skips.
Beautiful, all
My
right. Can't really get
favorites,
that.
I think, are 5-2 and 8-6.
Gotcha. Okay,
But
yeah. I
the
mean, World
scariest
Bowser.
ones for me, yeah, World Bowser is very scary. It's kind of almost like World 7 and 8 are part 1 and part 2. But in World 8, you have at least 2 backup cat suits. Yeah, I think the scariest levels for me are 7-4, Fuzzy Time Mine, and 8-7.
Yeah, I would agree
Yeah.
with all of those.
Yeah, I was gonna say Fuzzy Time Mine. That was the one I mentioned earlier, where it's just like, it's ridiculous. Like what it's done in the runs. I mean, we'll get to that soon enough. But just man,
Yeah, 7-4 and 8-7 aren't too big of a problem for me. Like, it's pretty rare. It's pretty rare when I die on those. Like, Fuzzy Time Mine, I'll die sometimes just because it doesn't spin jump up onto the clouds, and then I just die.
gotcha. Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
that
that's
is a
why we
ridiculous
come back to
fast.
this level.
Yeah, that is. I mean, that level is just fast naturally. You can just completely blaze through that. But I mean, I think they intended for it to take a bit longer with the stars, but I guess not for Luigi here. It's just a near instant 3-star pickup, which is obviously super useful for the run.
And something he did there, which I don't think we've talked about, is when a star sort of spawns out of the ground, like in Mystery Houses, or out of the ground like it did there. If you actually tap it as it's spawning, it'll be its hitbox will be active faster, so we can collect it immediately instead of having to wait for it to twinkle and spin.
Gotcha. Fair enough. That makes perfect sense. Oh, completely skipping the rest of that. Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't expect that many.
Off the clear pipe as well.
Yeah, ridiculous. I didn't expect many clear pipes to be actually traveled throughout this this level, given that it's just so much faster to just skip them all. Man.
And we're gonna avoid these ones as well.
Yep, right on over. Yeah, the fact that you were able to get the little keys without, accidentally falling in, I feel like that, if I was trying to do this, I feel like I always get sucked into the clear pipes almost accidentally sometimes. I feel like that's probably happened.
Oh yeah, we do that too.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time.
Alright, jumping into 6-2.
And now, actually, this level has a really interesting strat that I'm not even sure, Preston, you've heard of, but I won't spoil it.
I'm interested to see it.
Yeah. Edge of my seat here. I'm very curious.
This is, for a lot of new runners, one of the most disappointing levels because everyone knows how you can sort of skip this entire warp box area, but it's faster to just go in it. So everyone's always disappointed you can't do it.
Yeah, that's actually funny. I was gonna say that's like one of the warp box skips I remember how to do.
Oh no way! I know what the strat is now. That's crazy. That's so big brain.
I
love it.
Actually, it's not an accident because one time when I messed up, because my brother was just tapping random things, and I just happened to get the star once, and then I was thinking, maybe it's possible to get to the buoys fast enough, and it just barely was.
That is genius. I love it.
That is actually ingenious. My mouth literally just dropped. I was so confused. I was like, am I missing something? Preston, when you were like, oh, I know what's happening, I was like, did something already happen? I don't know. And then you hit the last bully just as it ended, and there's actually no way. That works so perfectly. That is so serendipitous that ended up, working the way it does. Man.
Yeah, there are many strats in this BTT that we don't even do RTA. Some of them were kind of invented for this
Gotcha.
Like,
Because they
I
would
think
just
that's
run
the
too
only
many
time
ends.
that
Or end too many runs.
that an invincibility star is actually used in the run.
Oh, perfectly timing that. Is that like a... Do you look at the timer itself to time that, or is it just you know from doing it
Yeah,
so
you
much?
have to look at the timer. You entered 378.
Gotcha. Okay. Man.
And this level is like not even any faster than how we normally do it, just because you have to
Yeah.
wait for this cycle anyway. So
Yeah.
the only thing you
Get a
can really
little
control is the
speed
ending.
boost from that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, naturally, like, it's a slower level in the grand scheme of things, but still just, like, some of the optimizations there are ridiculous. Just, timing it and getting it, so perfectly. Like, the momentum at the end is a perfect example. You're just able to carry it right into the end, which is just so interesting to see.
And here is probably one of the most frustrating mini bosses. There's a worse one coming up in the next world, but this one's almost feels like RNG. It's technically not, but it's very, very strict if you want to get perfect RNG.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
so
just the
it's
one it
kind
comes
of
out.
random which pipe that bully will come out of. You really don't want him to come out of the ones on the opposite side, because it takes so much longer for him to get over there. But it is cycle based. It's just very hard to like predict what the cycle is and really have control over it.
Yeah, when I've been doing it like that, where I hit the first one the same way I did right there, and the second, third one the same way I did, I usually get those cycles pretty consistently.
Gotcha.
And here, the route actually used to be to do the bottom level here, but people have gotten good at this level, and I'm glad they did because it's so fun to watch.
All right, let's see.
Another
oh,
ice level.
Oh boy, and there she goes. Oh, and you're holding that that momentum. Yup. Oh my goodness, that is insane. And into the box, still holding it. I've actually. Wait. Huh? Wait, what just happened there? Does it just bring you back at the end of the?
Yeah, it just teleports you out because of the mystery box timer running out.
Oh, I was probably confusing it with the one in the crown world, where if you don't get into the box again, it like by the end of the time, or not by the end of the time, but if you don't get into the box again, you die. But yeah, naturally that's not the case in one of the ones that's like in the middle of the level. Yeah, that is a insanely fun level to watch. Holy, that was ridiculous. The momentum transferred there, like with the ice, is insane to watch. Oh, and here's another very fun one to see.
Yeah, this is the auto scroller skip right here.
Yep. Oh my. So it,
As if you can actually see it.
I don't even know what to say. Like, how do you even commentate for something like this? He's literally doing the entire level without being able to see almost any of it.
There are 3 different auto scroll skips. That first one is far the hardest one. These other 2 are fairly self-explanatory, but he's going to do a slight optimization here, where you jump in the cloud, go in, and then barely get back out.
What? I did not know you could make that cycle.
It is hard. I've never made it before.
The Luigi Master is just... He doesn't care. He
Just
doesn't
barely
care.
gets the 342 as well.
That is an insane time. For an auto scroll, that is absolutely absurd. Man. That is absurd. Okay, well, hopping in with the 101 stars, that's definitely, good. Well, it's the only pace. It's good pace, but the only pace you can have, I guess, with this current run. Oh, great, another mystery house. Is this one of the ones here? What
Right.
world was the one you said gets obliterated? Is that one this one? Oh, beautiful.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, this one's really easy. As you can see here,
Oh,
I'm just gonna keep
oh,
a touch screen for every room.
oh. I can't even. There's not even time to comprehend what we're looking at before it's just the baseballs. And there, you don't even need them. Wow, that I don't even know what to say to that. That
Shout
is
out to
absurd.
Ezra for having world record there.
Oh, so is that one of the ones where it's not Luigi, or is that who was that? Ezra? Is that like a different runner?
So, yes.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
So this is another one kind of like 2 Castle. You can't really do much. You just have to not die
Yeah.
until the end.
Fair enough. Yeah, that is a crazy mystery house level. I don't, I don't even know. It leaves me speechless whenever I see something like that.
Now all those levels are done with 10 seconds left on the timer.
That is absolutely insane. Man. Yeah, so stuff like that is going to be damn near essential to play the game in touchscreen mode on the Switch, provided that there's no way to do it in docked.
Yeah, if there's no touchscreen, we'll probably lose maybe 10 seconds there.
Yeah,
But it's still pretty fast anyways, but
true. Yeah,
that just makes it near immediate.
yeah, near instant. Like it just, it's so fast. Yeah, so here you're just, quickly staying within the or before the death plane, I presume, right? Because if you go too far, yeah.
Well, it's not a death plane, it's just an invisible wall
Oh,
that
okay,
makes you wait.
gotcha.
Yeah, that's one auto scroller that you unfortunately can't skip.
Unlucky. Unlucky indeed.
This fight is also RNG. When Boom Boom comes out of the shell, it's RNG, like how long he'll stay in the smoke particles before he'll respawn.
Huh.
Yeah, he can
So
go to
sometimes it
one of
takes
the
a lot
4
longer.
quadrants.
Gotcha. And done. Oh, there goes World 6. Or, well, not technically all of it yet, because we still have a 6-C coming up, but... Here, so just looking ahead, we have essentially just 7 and 8. But naturally, there's the 4 Mystery House fallback, which is just absolutely ridiculous. I cannot wait to see that performed in this any percent. Yeah, that it's so cool to think that all the maps in the game are like all constantly loaded, and they're always there, despite the fact that they could exist in completely different like scenes. I don't know. I've always found that really cool. So this is Motley, right? Motley Boss Blob.
Yes.
All right, beautiful.
And I wish we had a cool cheat in Histocrat, but we just have to kind of treat him like Boom Boom.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, Histocrat, I don't even know if you can... I don't know how you would beat that. That was near instant again. It was ridiculous, that cheese. Yeah, so, as you said prior, it's faster to just take it down here than dive the entire way, which is kind of funny. Sometimes the
But
coolest
that's
strat is
very
always...
much awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, so just kind of waiting for him to respawn up, or reappear, I guess, not respawn, but yeah, I mean, even in stuff like this, like, you're able to hit him so fast without getting hit by any of the little blobs there. It's just, I don't know, it's crazy to see it done so near instant.
Yeah, that level is very tough to optimize, but it looks very simple.
Yeah, for sure. All right, now jumping into World Castle. I'm excited to see this. I know there is a level coming up that is has a couple of really cool strats that are just absolutely mind-blowing. I forget which one it is in World Castle, which actual level it is. It's the one with the like block you have to ride, that you just completely
Oh, that
ignore.
that one's World 8 actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's 8-7.
Oh, gotcha.
But all
okay.
of these have really good strats.
Okay. Yeah, I just assumed, I guess it was Castle because, you know, lava and... But, yeah, that makes sense that it's World 8, because that level always gave me trouble when I played it, but, you know, naturally that's not a problem for you guys.
It's a problem. That was one of the ones that I said that was the scariest, but it is very satisfying
Yeah,
when things go the way we want them to.
for sure. Skipping over the...
I love the touch strat with the POW blocks so that you clear out those enemies and it lets you do an extra crouch boost.
Yeah, that was just... I like, it's so instant. It's so fast. Good stuff, just avoiding all the clear pipes, obviously.
And the next level is done much differently than how it's done RTA. I remember it gave Luigi Master a lot of trouble.
I've actually seen this one. I got a spoiler for this one, and it is insane.
All right, let's see. Okay, I was hoping it would be the one on the right, because I feel like the left one, you just touch it all on the touchpad, and it, you know, how fast can that go? But this looks... Avoiding the boost pads, that is...
Yeah, so the slide is
Yeah.
actually faster than the boost pads, and then once you add on those crouch boosts, it's much faster.
Oh, the like ledge right
So
there.
that's the insane strat right there. Usually you would just run
ridiculous.
around on those boost panels, but he's actually able to stay in the air and keep his speed while tapping all of those coins and then keep the speed for the second half. Normally you'd just be running on the boost panels for that part, but that level is much different than it's normally done in RTA.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is one of the hardest levels I've done in this BTT. It took me so many days because my brother would sometimes miss the stars because it's hard to tap them all good when he has to tap like 7 instead of just 4.
I'm sure, yeah. That one looks ridiculous. That was an insanely good run, man. That that one looks like it took forever.
I think I remember Luigi Master saying that 7 Castle also took him a while.
Gotcha. So in one like this, where it's kind of a weird question. I'm just curious. In one like the last one where your brother's using the gamepad, are you using a pro controller, or is he like are you both sharing the one controller?
Yeah, we're both sharing the one controller.
Kind of funny. I can imagine that would, if I tried to do that with my siblings, there would be many a fight. That would not work.
I think in the 380 BTT I made last year, I took that approach where I was using a Wiimote and nunchuck while my brother was doing the touchpad in the Switch Scramble Circus in World 1.
Yeah.
Wait, is it possible to have two different controllers in use without having two players, like two characters in there?
Yeah, so I use like as long as the gamepad is on, the Wii U displays the screen and you can do touch strats on it.
Oh,
You
I
just
didn't
have
know
to
that.
not add a character in. So yeah, here he's waiting for very specific points on the timer to throw these. That's why he's able to basically, it looks like the Brolder isn't done with his rampage, but
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell. Just throw it 12 game seconds after your previous throw. That's how you get it
Gotcha.
consistently.
Okay. So it's just
That's
like,
amazing.
yeah, like the timing on that. So I'm assuming his like, you know, his animation it looks essentially not done, but the actual game state is telling you that he's now vulnerable. So it's just like, I'm assuming repeated trial and error to try and get it as optimized as possible, and eventually you settle on that 12-second sweet spot, I guess. Crazy
yeah,
stuff.
if you a few more frames, he would have looked done. He just did it so early that
Yeah,
he had no time to slow down.
beautiful.
Here's another instance where the cradle thing is faster.
I love how you kept your speed while killing the magic Koopas there. That was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter if you miss any key points going up. You can just get them as you go down.
Fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense.
And in RTA, we tend to not have that top coin as the last one we get. Otherwise, then it's hard to keep our speed.
Oh, fair
Yeah,
enough.
just
we
That
get
the
it
way
like
the,
there,
the screen freezes and then
yeah,
it kind of ruins your flow.
that makes sense. Actually, that makes sense. Yeah.
Wow, I had no idea 329 was possible here. But that kind
I
of goes
thought
for all the
325 was
levels.
the limit.
Goes for all of them. Every one. It gets to the end. It's like, are you kidding me? It's done that fast? Absurd.
So on this Captain Toad, there's actually some touch strats that are used, and this was also the case in the World 5 Captain Toad. But what some people do, I know Luigi Master does it and I do it, is we actually put a piece of tape over the run button on our gamepad, and that holds it down, and then that lets us easily use that extra hand to do the touch strats without having to hold the button down.
Would you do that in RTA or no?
Yep.
Really? So just in the middle, or like while it's loading, you just put it. You just hold it.
Yeah.
Or get a piece of tape.
I just have a piece of tape next to me and slap it on there
That's so funny.
between the levels.
The creativity in these runs is ridiculous. Like, literally everything from like a piece of tape to like your brother doing touch strats. Like it's insane how much goes into like the video we're watching right now, and like all the individual runs. It's ridiculous to watch. As someone who's like a layman, I guess, someone who doesn't, you know, hasn't dedicated the time and doesn't fully understand all the inner workings or the inner mechanisms of this game.
And this is a really cool level as well. Very fast paced.
Oh, the timing on this is ridiculous. The time, like, it looks like you're hitting the lava, at least on that first one. But, you know, I'm sure it's like within a couple of frames of it.
Yeah, this is also one of my favorite levels in the run. But it's also kind of a scary one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I've lost a lot of runs to this one.
Wow. Yeah, every once in a while I will lose a run to this level.
Alright, jumping into 7- Castle. Naturally, you have enough stars to just jump right into it. Which is, you know, thanks to your diligent like mapping and whatnot prior, going through, you know, a certain amount of Captain Toads, going back for that level in World 4, I believe it was, or World 5. Yeah, everything is just so like carefully calculated, which naturally, you know, doesn't happen overnight. Like I feel like this is a years in the making type of run.
Yeah, and with the map glitch that we're actually going to see after this level, it made the route kind of weird, so that say
I
if
love
this
that power up switch.
yes, that is actually really difficult. But
Yeah.
if you didn't have that star checkpoint in this castle, there would be some stars in World 8 that would be faster than some of the ones we have gotten. But because we didn't do the World 4 Mystery House, we're kind of low on stars, so we had to get pretty much every star we can.
Yeah.
Before this level.
Fair enough. That makes sense. Alright, I'm excited because this is the first time we've seen Bowser, I believe. Because you just completely skipped over the World 1 fight.
Oh yeah, this fight is actually very easy. All you have to do is use your touch screen and throw the ball right back to Bowser right in the corner.
Yeah. Like literally from his hand almost, it seems like you can just bump it right back at him and destroy his ride. Mess up his whip, so to speak. And he's gone. Just like that. But it is not wraps for the King Koopa just yet. I remember first playing through this game, I was like, that's not the end, is it? And, yeah, no, it's not. We have probably the coolest level, or coolest world. Would I be incorrect in saying this is probably going to be the coolest world to witness from a speedrunner viewer perspective?
Most likely.
All right, good. I just think like, up and there he is. I would just assume, given that, you know, it's kind of a culmination of everything. You have insane momentum in 8-7, coupled with crazy skips and cool like power-up management. There's really unique like auto-scroller skips in the final level itself. I feel like it's just a culmination of everything we've seen up to this point in the run, but just, you know, put to cool use.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you'll see right away here the awesome map glitch.
Ah, yes. Here it is. World Bowser just floating in the sky. Absolutely no support. Don't know how it does that.
Yeah, so if you didn't remember, we worked out of World 4, and so we actually left a mystery house still there. But we have a creative way to get to it.
Yeah. So if they just warped back, they would have to, you know, complete numerous levels to get to the to unlock the mystery box or mystery house, given that it's like on a little island. But they could just warp down by, you know, clipping out of bounds from World Bowser and then falling precisely all the way back down onto the mystery house. That is absurd. I remember the first time I saw that, my jaw was completely wide open. I could not believe that all the worlds were loaded in a way that would allow you to do that. But there it is. I mean, like, damn, I don't even know what to say. It's ridiculous. When was that skip found? Was that kind of always in the cards, or is that one of the more recent discoveries in this route?
It's been there for a while, but it still came relatively late on. It was actually found through a Miiverse post that someone from Japan posted, and so we were trying to, you know, communicate and see how to do it. And it was just kind of a picture of the person on the pipe. And so we thought maybe we could make use of it, and we eventually found how to get to Fort Mystery House. And it ended up completely changing the route.
Yeah, for sure. That is crazy. R.I.P. Meverse coming in so clutch with the discovery. That is so funny. So naturally, I'm presuming you just warp. Well, I'm not presuming. I know you just warp back up to World Bowser and are able to start that. Start your conquest on the final world of this any percent.
Yep, and now we only need 27 more stars compared to the daunting 37.
Yeah. So naturally, you can skip the ones that take the longest. Although this one right here is so fast, given that your momentum, you can just cat dive backwards to maintain it all, skipping all the
No way.
boxes. No way! I thought you were gonna go
way.
straight over there, but that just completely skipped it.
That was insane. I never even considered that.
Yeah, I assumed there was gonna be some warp box skips there, but that last one, you completely, or not the last one to get to the flagpole, but the one prior to that, you not only skipped the warp box, but the whole section.
Yeah, that one is really hard to do. You have to literally get every edge crouch perfect, or at least very close to perfect, in order to do it right.
Damn. That's all I
This
can
next
say.
level has one of the most satisfying pieces of movement, I think, in the entire run. At the end.
Oh yeah, I think I know the one you're talking about. Yeah, the wrap back around the level to get to the star. We'll see or to the flag, I mean. We'll see in a hot second. Yeah, you can pause the cogs with the touchpad, I guess. So that's interesting. I guess that helps you get the climbs off. Man.
Getting a little slide speed.
Slide there, yeah.
Slide speed, and there it is. Behind the entire last section of the level to just get to the flagpole, land on top. Would I be wrong in saying that's probably one of the only golden flagpoles in the entire game? Or in the entire run,
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah, that's one of them. I know there's one more you'll have to get in 8-6.
Gotcha.
You have to stomp down for the flag.
Okay. Unfortunately, bypassing Plessy. I mean, it makes sense. Those levels are slow, but Rip Plessy, always one of the delights of playing this game. It's unfortunately kind of killed in the NE percent.
So he moved the screen forward there right away and then went back to the star. That's like one of the few places where you can sort of move the camera forward quicker than it normally would on this auto-scroller.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Just start that, I guess, the cycle of this auto-scroll early and then going back rather than waiting. Just tapping it all off with the touchpad. Yeah, I mean, there's really not much to do in the auto-scrollers, I would presume, besides just, like, besides all the perfect movement we're seeing, but, like, there's not too many ways you can, make it go faster.
Yeah, and ILs, there's actually a thing you can do sort of to make it faster, where when you go in and out of those doors into that compartment, the in-game timer will pause.
Huh, okay.
In RTA, you can't do much.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it does save like a few frames when you skip the doors, because the time countdown at the end is a tiny bit less if you avoid them.
Gotcha, okay. Alright, so doing Pom Pom with the what's it called? The confetti, or the the confetti to get the real one immediately. Obviously some RNG there, but lucky enough, didn't really impact that particular run.
the next level, it's gonna look like he's trying to die, but he knows what he's doing.
I have faith.
Oh, I know what this is.
Oh
I
goodness.
just figured it out. I think. Actually, I'm not sure.
What? Oh, keeping that momentum. Oh man. Perfectly executed. That is ridiculous. Obviously right into the box so you can keep the momentum right there. Instantly bounce off. It is so interesting to see how the momentum in this game can just be absolutely abused. Man. Yeah, that's a really fun one to watch. As like it appears right as, you know, he's about to land and you never know if it's gonna hit or not. That is very interesting.
Yeah, it's another one where in RTA we usually just pause to get those coins, but taking it another step further and trying to keep the speed while doing that is not done in RTA.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a lot like in 7-3. Just keeping the speed while you get those coins is really crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
This is one of my favorite levels.
Oh, the slope
No
at the
way,
beginning.
Crouch there.
Oh, just made it. Keeping that momentum. And in the door, which unfortunately does cancel the momentum.
And I've seen people clip through that door.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say, coming in with that much speed, it sounds a little bit dangerous. Can you not fall off there?
Not off the front.
Huh. Never knew. What? There's no way. I don't even know what to say. That is so interesting that you could just bounce on the dry bones. And there's the other gold flagpole you were talking about.
Yeah, there we do a. There's another variation of that you can do, where you just keep going on the candles down the hallway, but doing the dry bones is much faster, and it looks cool.
Yeah, for sure.
There's actually a strat in this next level that I just love, but that it's very easy to miss.
Gotcha.
It's
Camera
gonna happen
pants.
during the third star here.
Okay. I will keep my eyes glued to the screen right now. Dive right under. So is this one of those levels where the jumps are more important? Or here, I'll shut up and watch this strat. Oh, what? Wait, how did... Okay, someone needs to... Someone, hold on, wait 1 second. Someone needs to explain that. How did you clip through the solid thing and then get... Is it just, like, the collision just juts you out to the top?
Well,
So
the
the way-
blocks are off, and then they turn on when you're in the block, so you're stepping on the bottom one instead of the top one.
Oh. That is ridiculous. That... The timing on that must be... Need to be near frame perfect, no?
Not frame perfect. It's just the way that Mario games generally work is they don't let you go out of bounds, but if you're out of bounds, they generally let you go back in bounds with no problem.
Okay.
So we landed on the bottom one and then just kind of jumped out of it.
Gotcha. Yeah, another insane mystery house right there. That's ridiculous.
All right, I'm really excited to see this level.
All right, here we go. I feel like the entire
8-7.
game has been building up to 8-7 so far. I've seen clips of this, but in, you know, what is the hypothetical best? Oh, is it just faster to warp back there?
Yep, because the pipe is actually a really slow animation.
Huh.
So it's slightly faster to do a map warp there.
Gotcha. getting that slope speed. Well, oh, the ledge. I.
2 edge crouches.
Oh. Okay, so the spring jump things keep the momentum, I presume.
Yep.
Oh, so that's how you do it.
Yeah, usually in R2 we need a Tanuki to skip that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I remember there being like a Tanuki like switch thing here. Oh yeah, here it is.
Yeah, doing that with just a cat suit is insane.
Yeah, that is incredibly well done. So are you staying on this thing so you can eventually use the slope? Or is there just simply no way to do it without this, or to do this part without the block?
Yeah, you
no,
have
this
to have
can't be
block
skipped.
me.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a huge distance.
People have gotten very close though.
Very interesting. Maybe if momentum isn't if cat momentum isn't patched and all the glitches, you know, utilized for that aren't patched, maybe it'll be possible in the switchboard with the higher base movement speed.
That could be possible.
Super interesting stuff.
Now these next 2 levels are virtually the same as their original level.
Gotcha.
But this one is much scarier. But I know Luigi Master won't get hit.
Too good.
Yeah, this one can kill your run sometimes, or it will lose you a few seconds because it's very easy to lose your cat suit on this level. So then you'll have to get a new one on 8B,
Gotcha. Okay.
which will take about 5 to 6 seconds. I believe.
Yeah. Because it's just over on the right at the start. Or do you have to wait to get the get one of the ones from the like little plate snakes?
No, there's an invisible block
Yeah.
at the beginning
Okay.
of 8B.
Over on the right. That's what I thought. Yeah.
And so this third hit, if you go for the swipe instead of the bounce is very weird.
Gotcha.
Wait, did it just skip ahead?
Yeah, I was gonna say it just skipped forward
Yeah.
for me. Is that
I think that was an everything was the mid part. But
Oh,
I'll fix that and send you the.
that's all good?
So yeah, the last one you're really supposed to just scratch at the last one and barely land where there's not any ring burners, which is very hard to do.
Alright, here we go against Queen Histocrat, I guess. And she still flies. You can just completely bypass the fight with the spin jump. Man.
And yeah, and this one I actually got on my first try. Well,
That's awesome.
Right, and then we're off to the final level.
Here we go. 8 Dash Castle.
And I don't know, Luigi Master, if you showed anyone your new strat, but
there's a new strat on this level?
New
yeah,
strat.
not so anybody new strat, just don't spoil it. I want them to see it.
Alright,
Alright, here we
Yeah.
go. Brand new strat.
I'm excited to see this.
The 170 stars. So I'm assuming this is another faster cradle moment, where
Yeah.
it's just, you know, faster.
So here's possibly the most famous trick in the run. I don't know if out of bounds glitch is more famous. But
Oh, there's, oh, the momentum with it. And there he goes.
Wait,
It starts half.
wait, what?
I didn't know that's how that worked.
You didn't die there? How
Oh.
did that happen?
If you go far enough to the left and you go fast enough, you just don't die there and you can barely make it.
yeah, that's the new strat.
That,
That
Wow.
saves like 20 game seconds, like a little bit more than 20 game seconds, but about 20 real seconds.
Is that RTA viable? Or no?
It is not. It's very inconsistent.
Oh,
that's tough. That is ridiculous, though. Insane we got to see this. And to end off the game, a absolutely insane, no, you can't even see him. And he's all
using
the way up there.
the launch pad to start off the auto scroller skip as well, just to get it even faster.
True,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. That all scroll skip isn't too hard because you're just going straight up. You just need to know when to time your jumps, and that's pretty much it.
And 2, 3, 4. There's the POW. And there goes Meowser. What a run. I am left speechless by so many parts of that. I feel absolutely like, man, you guys really took this game and just absolutely pushed it to its limits. And thank you for editing it together for our, you know, viewing pleasure, Yandema. That's absolutely insane to watch. Really, really
no
cool
problem.
stuff.
Luigi Master did all the hard work.
Yeah, thank you, Luigi Master, for I'm assuming what takes days and days and days and hours of grinding. And there's the switch to the Tanuki, so right as soon as you hit the level, yep. And there's the time, 131.02. Probably
131? Wow.
that is ridiculous. It was probably, I don't know, with that video skip, probably around 131.05 maybe, I don't know. But
It'd be about 131.20 something.
oh, 131.20 something. Okay.
Oh
But-
my gosh.
That is absolutely insane. I do not even know what to say to that. Okay, so I'm gonna mute this as the credits roll, and we can just sign off closing thoughts. But that is an absolutely insane run. So again, thank you all so much for joining me here and helping me make sense of this, because I know for a fact there are many parts of that run that just would not have made any sense to me without you guys explaining. So thank you guys so much. And with that out of the way, do you guys want to either plug anything or you know, shout anything out or have any final closing thoughts before we end off this insane premiere of the Any Percent BTT?
Well, I hope you all look forward to, first of all, 3D World plus Bowser's Fury coming to Switch in about a week from, I think, when this video is going to premiere. And check out our Twitch channels and our YouTube channels, because we upload and stream a lot of 3D World content, a lot of 3D World speedrunning content.
For
And I'm
sure.
excited to see where the you know, the Switch journey takes us, where even the Wii U journey takes us in the future, because this is pretty much perfect, but I'm sure there are going to be a lot more skips and tricks and tech discovered.
Yeah, I mean, as of right now, this looks almost perfect. All those links will be featured in the description of the video. Man, that is absolutely mind-blowing stuff here, guys. Again, just thank you so much for grinding this out. Hopefully the Wii U version of the game continues to get some more, like, you know, maybe there's some cool tech discovered here or there. I'm not sure even how viable that is to say. after just all the optimizations we witnessed. But yeah, I mean, thank you guys so much. Absolute honor and pleasure to be joined by you guys and watch that. And with that out of the way, thank you guys all so much for watching. Absolutely crazy run we just all bore witness to. But yeah, super, super cool. So thank you guys all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to check out all the links I mentioned in the description to these people's YouTube or Twitch. If you're interested in 3D World speedrunning content, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of it there. On top of that, with the release of Bowser's Fury.
And as well, if you like what you saw, be sure to join the 3D World speedrunning Discord. As well, we have to set a joint server for the Wii U and the upcoming Switchboard.
Beautiful, yeah. So I will link that as well if you're interested in actually talking to these runners and learning more about the insane tech he used and maybe even starting to speedrun this game on your own or the upcoming Switchboard when that releases. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then press the like button and share it with someone who you think will also find this just absolutely mind-blowing. And with that out of the way, I'm Thomas from the Switch Stop signing off. Peace.